She's pointing it right in your face. So weird.
You're not camera shy, are you, girl? Hey y'all, and welcome to the Max Life. You just saw the guys tearing down the fence outside because we are still under renovation. The thing with that fence is it is about 10 years old now, and many of the places have started rotting out. So we knew it was time to take that down, and it has honestly been a real pain in the butt. Upkeep too, because it has been stained in polyurethane, and the sun hits it so hard every summer that we really have to go out there, sand some of that down, and reapply. That's almost like a yearly upkeep. So we're doing things a little bit different now since we are having to redo the fence anyway. So all of that is rotten, and obviously all of the fence, all of that is coming down. We're going to take that to the burn pile, and we have a new fence that is going to be put up that we are crossing our fingers. We can't do iron with the salt water. His parents actually have a saltwater pool, and the iron rusted out really bad. They got some really nice high-end iron fencing that the fencing stores sell, and by the end of that year they already had their iron bars in the middle had rusted, and literally several of them has already come loose. So that's a no-go for us too, especially as much as it costs. So I'm excited to kind of show y'all what that new fencing area is gonna look like. And you can hear the guys out there still working. I wanted to give y'all an update. Y'all see kind of where we are in our room now. I do have to get up there and clean that fan. This used to be our back porch, y'all. Please remember that. So all of that up there on the back porch trim was really, really dirty. We got all of that scrubbed down. It has one coat of paint on it, and you can see that if you look right there, right up against that, there's actually going to be like a light box that goes up there. It's actually very inexpensive, and we already have like the little LED strips. It's just gonna kind of add a little bit of a difference to the room. We've gotten all the stickers off the windows. I won't say that they're spick and span, but a lot of the sheetrock dust was still sitting on these windowsills. We got all of that cleaned up. We have taken the paper up off the floor because we still had some mud and mud dust that had fallen in the corners. And honestly, some of the paper had been just torn from wear and tear. So we got all of that taken up off the floor. We've gotten the floor vacuumed, and I hand mopped this today. So we still got a little bit of trim work to do in here. We have to do one more coat on the up top. The fan has to be cleaned off because remember, this was outside. This brick all back here will stay. That's going to be our built-in. That is the next project right there. I have wiped all the doors down from the sheetrock dust. This door has been stained for a little while, but I have not put a coat of polyurethane on it yet because I was waiting on a cooler day or like a cooler morning to kind of get that done. Then we're going to take this paper stuff off of the windows. All of our backsplash is now done, our accent wall that we were telling you guys about. So you can look back there and see that accent wall. and things are slowly starting to come together. We finally have the trims back on. Over here, you will see that this wall, which has been barren really for a really long time, the trim has been up. We actually stayed up till 9:30 last night, painting that wall, getting the trim up. All the trim has been caulked and painted. And what I'm gonna be working on today is the trim up there. We did not get to the accent wall, so that has got to be caulked and painted. And that is pretty much gonna be a wrap for today on inside stuff. There is some spots on the ceiling that have to be touched up eventually. I'm gonna try to get to that, but I may not. And our big thing today is digging up sweet potatoes. Are you ready to play in the dirt? You just tired already?
Yeah.
You better eat some fruit, eat an apple, and get you some.
I've been working over there.
You've been working over there? So that is our main goal today, was to get the fencing and stuff up today, because obviously that is something that we can do. We're not going to pay somebody to come in and do that. So all of the fencing is going to be taken up today. We're going to finish touching up as much as we can in here. And we are going to get the sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes are ready, so we need to get those up and clean up those beds. The sweet potatoes will come inside and sit over in the front window. We're hoping to be able to move our table back at least to right here today and kind of get it from out of the middle of the great room. It has really been in a very awkward place, but we're just trying to survive right now. And you can see the guys are still out there working. So you can see we have a long day ahead of us. The sweet potatoes shouldn't take too long, but dealing with all of the vines, we're gonna get all of the vines sorted out, all the potatoes dug up. They're gonna come in here, so I'm really gonna have a mess over there, a mess over in here, so we're trying to just kind of, you know, right now we're just in the season where we're just in survival mode. I still have kind of stuff everywhere. If you would have seen this place yesterday, you would have understood why we stayed up till 9:30 last night, literally just painting and caulking to try to get it back somewhat organized, because it was just totally insane in here. So things are slowly coming together. It's just going to be one day at a time. That chandelier where our old table used to be, where I'm standing, that will be changed out too. It's probably going to be a spotlighting to an area over there. We're still just kind of working through what that's going to look like. But guys, that's where we're at today. Those are our plans today. It's a little bit of inside work and a little bit of farm work as well. We are done with caulk and paint for right now. I still do have the ceiling left to do, and that's all. Over in my prepper's pantry area, I'm not turning the light on because we're literally about to walk out the door. I have a table and some blankets set up. It is now time to go dig up sweet potatoes, so that is what we're headed out to do right now. I'm going to get our side-by-side and pull up to some of the beds. Hopefully it's not full of feed, and we are going to be pulling those up and putting them in the back of the Ranger. I'm going to bring the Ranger back up here. That is an access door. I just opened that up so we can literally walk the sweet potatoes right in there. Aiden is weed eating. Colby is working on some fences over on the other side for the pasture. And yeah, it has been a really busy day already. So me and the girls are just gonna go get up sweet potatoes because some clouds keep kind of rolling by, and I'm thinking we may get rained on, so we're gonna try to hurry and do that. This is the very first bed that I started planting. So we're gonna get this bed up first. Then we're gonna go over into the high tunnel and over and start getting those up. Now, crazy enough, I don't know if you can even see how crazy this right here is. I did not even plant these sweet potatoes. These are sweet potatoes that were actually planted last year, that if you leave any slip, any root, anything, it grows back out. Y'all, this is a ginormous bed of sweet potato leaves, which means there's sweet potatoes in there. This is the second area over here that I planted last year. I did not plant any sweet potatoes over here, and they are growing. So we're gonna follow the vines, dig those sweet potatoes up. All of the vines are going to our sheep and our chickens. So we are going to totally separate all of that stuff out from the sweet potatoes, and I don't know how long this will take. Hopefully it won't take too long, but we definitely have a lot of digging to do, and we're about to jump in and get started right now.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong?
We have come back up with our second load, and yes, I look like I've been playing in the dirt. This is what the rest of what we have from one bed. But as you can see, I'm trying to finish up outside, but the rain has really set in, so I don't think we're going to be able to do much else more this afternoon. But we're going to go ahead and unload what we have and add to what we already brought in. Now, the reason why we brought these in already is because of the rain. It's kind of been doing this on and off rain thing. So we need to get these unloaded. We are under a carport, so they're not getting rained on right now, but I think the rain is probably set in for the day. We were only able to get one bed up, but that's better than nothing. And our harvest was just absolutely crazy. We got a lot from one bed.
And the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about.
Y'all, that is from one bed. We still have 5 more to go, but it's not going to happen today because, as you can see, we got caught by the rain, and it stopped, but everything is soaking wet. Everything in here is muddy. I've had kids tracking this door, and I've had kids tracking the other door. So now I am vacuuming and mopping before we get supper going. What? What'd you say?
I'm gonna wash eggs in this.
Okay, you might want to rinse it out before you get started. I know the only other thing I have left to do, which I have not gotten started yet, is I'm going to get a fan and a heater in here to put a little bit of heat on those to help dry them up, and a fan just because it is so humid in here right now. And obviously you don't ever want potatoes wet, but we got caught up in the storm. So a fan, and once I get the floors clean, and as you can see, I still have wet tracks and stuff, so I'm just gonna get all that cleaned up. But you don't ever want potatoes wet, and obviously there was nothing that we could do. We knew it was probably about to rain. We didn't realize that the bottom was just gonna fall out though. So that is something else I'm gonna do in here. And guys, I have done a whole video on how to never buy sweet potatoes again. These were slips given to us from somebody years ago, and I learned the art, and it really is an art, but it's not that hard, of how to keep those sweet potatoes so that you never have to buy sweet potatoes again. And guys, the leaves are very nutritious, and the potatoes are so good and also nutritious. This is a crop that is easy to grow, especially for us down here in the South in Zone 8B. I challenge you to do that next early summer. You can go ahead and start getting vines in the ground. We've already dug ours up, as you can see. So guys, thank you for joining along today. That's what we did on the homestead today. I can see cannon of sweet potatoes in the near future. They make a wonderful sweet potato pies coming right out of the can, and sweet potato casserole. So not all of them will be canned, but about a fourth of them will be. Guys, thank you for joining along. We show you what we do in hopes to inspire and encourage. God bless and happy homesteading, y'all.